try to present them.
The restaurant, that shit was crazy. I cut them for 20 on
A lot of people just don't understand that. It's a culture shock for this single artist. Okay. Gotcha. It's one of the prettiest sets that they ever put out, I think. Color variations are nice, the 5 colors that they did. When, to be honest with you, when they got to the Empire Strikes Back, I was a little disappointed. No, you're not that. I know. Yeah. I've actually had a couple of people that worked in the design team for like 2017, 2018, 2019 tops, and they've seen my stuff at certain events, and they've come and they said, "You made my stuff look better than it does on a regular." It really just pops. So I appreciate the kind words. This is me. I'll give you my business card. And if you ever had any thoughts, just reach out. I'm the Vinnie Patrick of Vinnie Patrick Art. My name's Ira. Ira, it's a pleasure. Excellent. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much. And thank you for the work you do.
I'm still doing it.
Oh, you are? Oh. Oh, good.
I created something with an artist.
Okay.
More in the veins of garbage building. But different.
Okay.
It's completely different.
I love the art of cards, which is what I've always been fascinated by. And I try to accentuate the art that's on the card already, whether it's a painting or a photograph. I want it to really pop. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for 14 years. And for the most part, I think I'm accomplishing it.
So you can have the free promotional course.
Thank you. Okay. Okay.
Three cards. Assemble the three together. There's a little scene.
Okay. Oh, that is so cool. Simcoe. I know Simcoe.
He's my partner.
Okay.
Creating this together. Cards.
Oh my gosh, I love them.
Put it down. It all sort of fits together.
Yeah, I love it.
Hard to tell, but
It's absolutely gorgeous. And the artwork is incredible too. He's
he's still one of the main artists on the project, like to this day. We're doing this together separately.
right. I love it. Thank you so much. Yeah.
It's actually been shooting.
Okay, excellent.
Being
So what I do, I've been doing since about 2010, 2011. I take multiples of the same card with an X-Acto knife. I hand cut different elements from each card, layer them, and make them into three-dimensional art pieces. So they actually pop. My goal isn't to, it's to enhance the artwork that's on the card itself, as opposed to
altering
put my own spin on it.
Okay.
I want you to see the details that a lot of times we take for granted with a lot of cards. And in making the cards, I've seen things in the imagery that, even though I've been looking at the card for 50, 60 years, you see something so totally different. And it's a passion project of mine, and a lot of people seem to like the work I do. So honestly, I continue to do it.
No, it's beautiful.
I appreciate that very much.
It took me a minute to realize what I was looking at, actually.
And that's most people.
Yeah.
You're not alone. I make cards about 70, 80 hours a week, Monday through Friday, and on the weekends I sell at a lot of the cons and art shows and craft fairs and street fairs, wherever I can get an audience where I can, talk someone's ear off like I'm doing with you. It actually makes it a lot better for me.
I appreciate you speaking with me.
I appreciate you even asking.
So, you have websites or social media?
An Instagram, which is Vinnie, VINNIE _3, D as in David cards. I have an Etsy store, Vinnie Patrick Art on Etsy. And your best bet is to always catch me at live events, because that's where I'm going to have the freshest inventory. I make cards every week, so there's new product on my table every week.
Okay. And you'll be able, if somebody sees something, that you ship to them?
I ship across the country,
Okay.
internationally if you want it. I hand deliver when I can, so that people can ask me questions if they have something specific. And I also do custom orders, so whether it be family photos, Little League pictures.
Oh, wow.
I've done wedding invitations. I can make 8 by 10 pieces. I've gone as large as like 11 by 17 pieces, and everything in between. So, we can really work on things if we collaborate, figure out what you might need. If you send me an image file, I send it to a printer and make them up in whatever size I need, and then I'll make a 3D art piece for you.
That's amazing.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank
you.
So I don't just work with originals on, especially at a show like this where people aren't going to drop a lot of money on a piece with me.
Right.
You know?
But it takes multiple cards to do something like this?
Yes. So like this is Johnny Unitas with, it uses 5 cards.
Oh, shoot.
And it really, there's a lot of stuff going on that you just don't appreciate when you see the regular card.
Right.
That now all of a sudden it's almost like you're sitting in the stands on the sidelines.
I was going to say we're in front of some type of a screen, but yeah, it does look like it's...
And that's it. It's cool. That's why a lot of people walk by thinking I'm regular cards, but as they look and walk, you actually start seeing things morphing, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, that's not a regular card."
No, it's
And
definitely not.
I just ordered a reprint actually of the Joe Namath Pro Action card from this set.
Okay.
And I'm going to be making a Joe Namath in the next few weeks once that comes in. So, and I'll be at Pinstripe Pride next.
So what gave you this idea? What made you start
It
doing
was
this?
utter boredom. I literally would be sitting at shows and thinking of things to do, and I remember as a kid, cereal boxes used to have things that they called 3D cards, Kellogg's, and they weren't 3D. You tilt them a little bit either way, and you kind of see a shift in the image, but it wasn't 3-dimensional. And I said, how can I actually make it into a 3-dimensional card? So I broke out a number of my 1989 Topps Traded cards, and I took out a Milt Thompson card, and he was with the Cardinals. And I started cutting things out, layering them, showing them to a few friends, and lo and behold, they actually appreciated it and wanted some. So they started asking for specific players. I would make specific players, and then they would show them off to friends, and it kind of just mushroomed, and now it's a full-time business.
So you were already into cards?
I've been into cards since the mid-'70s.
Okay.
So it's something that I've always loved. I'm a collector. I like to feel the cards. I like to smell the cards. I like the artistry of the imagery on the card. I'm old school, so I'm really not a person who likes the grading and the slabs and all that stuff. It's not my thing, because to me it's kind of like throwing the card in jail by putting them in a case. But it is something that you can appreciate things a lot more when you're doing stuff like that. So it's a wonderful thing, and I'm going to keep doing
It's
it.
cool, man.
Do you like the chewing gum that was in it?
I love the chewing gum unless it was over 10 years old, in which case it would just disintegrate in your mouth and it tasted horrible.
That might
Thanks again. Thank you.